Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my pronunciation practice series, we're working on our second unit using the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. In the pronunciation practice series, we're doing a series, that means many classes, not just one, on different aspects of pronunciation. Every week, you'll get a set of tools to help you with your pronunciation, intonation, word stress, and other things that we can do to make your pronunciation better. All these different aspects in one class, and each week we'll pick one part of a unit, and each unit will pick one aspect of pronunciation, some of the things I've just mentioned. Particularly this week, we're going to be working on the sounds of the H, the silent and pronounced H, connecting words with the W and Y sound like we practiced before. But today in particular, we'll be working on how prepositions sound, both strong and weak pronunciations of prepositions. So that's coming up in just a minute. First, a little bit about me. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. That means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom nice and quiet. Tune in to the new words you're learning when you are speaking so that I can correct you and give you feedback. Finally, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And that is all you need to know about me. Here's a little bit about the class. Let's see. I'm going to just open up my screen sharing for you. There you go. When you click on that link in the window, if you click on that document, you will see this graphic, and then you know you're in the right place. Okay? So, let's say a quick hello to Monica, who's joining us right now. Hello, Monica. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are
Very
you?
good. I'm very tired.
How come?
I think because it's too early. I
Too
think,
early.
well, it's not that early, but I worked all through the vacation, all through holidays. I haven't quite recovered yet. I need
Okay.
a day off still. But here we are. Well, Monica, where is everyone today? Because we have a full
Uh,
class. We've got the entire class booked, and I've only got you. What's happening?
Maybe they all overslept.
Everyone overslept? Oh, maybe. All right. Well, I think we're going to give them 2 minutes or so before we get
Yes.
started. Let me just see what we can do before we go into that. So look,
Okay.
let's start with, let me just take a quick look. Because I want to do a little review. I'll tell you what. Let me just think how I can do this. In the last pronunciation practice class, which was last Monday, I don't remember, were you in that class?
Oh, no, last Monday, no.
Okay. So, while we're waiting for some others, we'll give them a minute or two. Let me do a quick review of what we did in the last week, and then we'll see who's here. So, we've been working on 2 things. How individual sounds are created in English, literally how they're pronounced, how they're created in your mouth, throat, lips, tongue, where they come from, what letters represent them, and what symbols on the IPA, which is International Phonetic Alphabet, what symbols represent them, so we can distinguish between the sound and the spelling. International, let's put this in the window too. International Phonetic Alphabet. Okay, so just a quick review. There you go, you can see it there. Maybe I can actually go to, I think I did a review in the class. Let me just double check. Yeah, here we go. Okay, uh, so for Monica and Mulham, welcome to class. Here's a
John.
quick hello. Here's a quick review. In the last class, I don't have the date there, but it was last Monday, whatever date that was. In the last class, you worked on connecting the H sound in English with its spellings. The H sound, not the H sound, I'm sorry, the H sound. The spellings for the voiced and not voiced, or silent and voiced sounds of the H. You also saw how we add sounds w or y to words that end in the vowels u or e. We'll come back to that in a minute. We're going to review that by practicing. So, in other words, we saw one actual spelling and we saw two words, two sounds, which are not represented by letters. They just happen naturally when we're speaking. So we'll come back to what that means in just a second. After the last class, you should have a better idea about when to add certain sounds, the h, w, y sound, to words. Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect, but you should have an idea about when we do it. And after we review, it should be clear. You may not be sure when you're speaking, but if you listen to yourself, particularly if you record your voice, you'll be able to start correcting your pronunciation for those three sounds. So doing a recording is a great way to practice. You can get to hear yourself, see the patterns that your patterns of mistakes or patterns of particular pronunciation issues you're having, even if they're not mistakes. And that way you'll be more aware of your own vocal patterns. You can send the recordings to me. I can correct them as well. And I'll assign homework like that, as you'll see. Now what? Now what should you do? Well, after the last class, the now what was, if you want, record your voice and practice and send it to me if you want me to correct. Focus on exercise 2 for the recording. So in the last class, go down to exercise 2. Let me go to the class before, 1 second. You can see I was asking you to take these sentences where we listened specifically for those missing sounds, record them, and then I can correct the recording. All right, or we can practice in class as well today. So that was just an example of a simple recording you can do if you want to try it that way. Okay, let's get to today's class. You can see, sorry about that, on the table of contents, oh look, we've got Tanya as well. 3 people. I don't know where the other 6 are, but hopefully they'll be joining us soon. Hello, Tanya. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thank you.
And where are you from, Tanya?
From Russia.
From Russia. Russia's a very big place.
Yeah, North Caucasus. Caucasus.
From the Caucasus in the south.
Not south, it's north. It's near the mountains.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
The Caucasus Mountains, aren't they in the south?
But they spread from North Caucasus to South Caucasus.
Oh, okay. Now I know. Well,
it's the highest mountain in Europe, maybe after Alps. It's Elbrus Mountain.
Ah, there you go. Very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Well, here's what we're going to do, everyone. Let me just scroll down to the right place. As you can see on the table of contents, we're working with Not just the sounds, but how those sounds are in connected speech. And you'll all get a chance to practice in just a second. So if I click on that, it brings me to page 5. If you've got this open in your browser, that's great. Or I'll try to share my screen the whole class with you, okay? So in this class, you'll work on connecting the sounds we practiced in the last class. You'll work with connecting the sounds we practice as a native speaker would. But we'll work on the sounds of prepositions in, at, on, of, etc. in connected speech this time. So we're going to see how they work specifically with prepositions. Okay, let's start with a little warm-up. I asked you here to cross out the silent H's in these words. So this is a little review from what I talked about in the very beginning of class, a little review of one of the things we did last week. So if you weren't here, that's okay, no problem. Let's give this a try. You can't cross out the H's, but you can say them with or without the H's. Sometimes the H is silent. So you have to decide if the word is silent or if it's pronounced. The example is yogurt. In British English, it's spelled with an H. In American English, it's not. So we modernized the spelling of yogurt about 150 years ago, along with other words, so we don't put the H anymore. So you know that it's yogurt, not yogurt, with an H sound. Let's take a word and see how it sounds. Okay, let's go around the room. The next word on the list on the left, let's start with you, Monica. You say it, and let me hear if there's an H or a no H. So next word below, yogurt.
Exhibition.
One more time.
Exhibition. Without the without the H.
Without the H. Exhibition.
Yeah.
Exhibition. Where's the stress in that word? First, second, third, or fourth syllable?
The second.
Exhibition?
Oh no, the first.
Exhibition. First, I think so, yeah. Exhibition. 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 First one, I agree. And I agree with you also. I don't hear an H. Not exhibition.
Yeah.
Exhibition.
Okay.
All right. As we do this, what you're going to do is try to figure out if there's a rule that you can hold on to for when the H is pronounced and when it's not, and when it's silent and when it's not. Remember, we've got more than one H, a voiced and a voiceless H, as you'll hear. Okay, Moulin, let's try the one below exhibition.
Okay, vehicle.
And where's the stress?
Vehicle. Cold. In the
Cool.
second part, I guess.
Well, let's see. Vehicle. So I got 3 syllables. So do you think it's on the first, second, or third? Vehicle. Vehicle.
It's on the first. Vehicle.
Right. It's on the first. Vehicle. Okay? And for you, is there an H or is there no H?
For me, in vehicle, there's no H, but it can be pronounced with an H, I guess. Like vehicle. Vehicle or vehicle.
Vehicle, yeah. For me, there's no H. Vehicle. I suppose you're right. I guess some people might say vehicle, but I don't know. It doesn't sound...
I think I have heard it once, like in a British show or something, but it's not that prominent. It's just a tincture of an H sound.
Right. Yeah, okay, I agree with you. I guess it could be. But to play it safe, I would just cut it out. Vehicle. It sounds a bit old-fashioned to add the H. It sounds sort of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, we lost Tanya. Tanya, I was just about to go to you. Oh, Tanya. Didn't even give it a chance. Let's see if we can go through a few more, and then we'll see if we can work out a rule here. Monica, the first word in the second column.
Heritage.
Ah. H
I
or no
think
H?
with H.
I agree. Heritage. And where's the stress? 3 syllables.
Yes. Heritage. The first?
First, heritage. Because if it was the second, it would be heritage. Third, it would be heritage. So you're right. It's the first, and there is an H. Mulan, the one below?
Prehistoric. Prehistoric.
H? No H.
Yeah, with an H.
With an H. Prehistoric. Okay.
Prehistoric.
And where's the stress? I got 4 syllables in that one.
Historic. His.
His.
Prehistoric.
So the second syllable.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, listen to me say it. Prehistoric. Prehistoric.
The first one.
That would be prehistoric. First would be prehistoric, but I'm saying prehistoric.
Then it's the second one, right?
Nope.
The last one?
It's the third. Prehistoric. For me, prehistoric. I'm saying it on the third. If I said it on the second, it would be prehistoric. That would be the second. Prehistoric. Third, prehistoric. So for me, it's definitely on the third. And I agree with
Yeah.
you. I agree with you about the H. I agree with you about the H because you don't want to lose the history, the H from history. But if you said it without an H, prehistoric, it would be okay as well. Prehistoric. It's barely audible. So I agree with you that it should be there, and it can be there, but it doesn't have to be. Well, maybe what we can do is stop for a minute and see if we can work out a rule. Last week we figured out what the rule is, but just based on those 5 words, when is the H pronounced? What do you think? Monica, Moulin, what do you think?
When the stress is on the first syllable.
When the stress is on the first syllable. So, like heritage, you mean?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, yogurt,
No.
yogurt,
Okay.
the stress is on the first syllable.
Yeah. Vehicle either, so no, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
I
But
think when the syllable that starts with the H is stressed, we should pronounce it.
okay. So when the syllable starts with an H, when the stressed syllable starts with an H, we should pronounce it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if that works. Here, let's see. Well, let's try another one. Let's see. I think you might be right about that. Oh, wait. Hold on a second, Milan. Let's look at the third column, second word. Third column, second word. Can you see that for me? Milan?
Yeah, hospital.
Nope. Third column, not second column. Third column. But the second word.
Second word. Okay, this is a challenge one. Heirloom.
Heirloom, right.
Heirloom.
Okay. Do you hear an H?
Nope.
Is the first syllable stressed?
No, I guess it's the second one. Heirloom. Heirloom.
No. It's the first syllable stressed, but there's no H. So that blows a hole in your theory.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So it's a little more complicated than that, but I think we can sum it up pretty well. When a word begins with a vowel, right? When it begins with a vowel, it links to the vowel before. Oh, no, sorry, that's the wrong rule. I want to go back to the H rule. Sorry. I jumped ahead. There we go. Let me see if I put the... I'm gonna try to summarize it here for you. 1 second. Actually going to go down to the next page. Okay, so on your screen, yeah, I'll scroll down for a second to page 6. So on page 6, top of page 6, H is usually pronounced at the beginning of words. So Mulan, you're right about that. Generally it is. But it is silent, in words. Let me see if I can quickly. Give me just a second here.
Our, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I got too many things open. So, H is silent before. So you said hour, right?
Yes.
Give me just a second. Let me see if I can quickly sum up what I wanted to say here. 1 second. Because I have this summarized somewhere. I just have to find it quickly. 1 second. One moment. Almost there. So I just have to go through my notes really quickly. 1 second. Here we go. Hang on just a second here. I'm just trying to see if I can figure out how to sum this up in a quick way. So this was on page 12. Let me go back to page 12. All right. There we go. Let's go back here for a second. Oops. Okay. Let's go back here for a second because this is a little bit easier. Okay. So we should have done this at the very end of the last class, but I'm not sure if we actually did. So let's take a look now. Listen and tell me which word does not fit. I'll do the, actually, why don't I have you do this? Let's try it like that. So, Adi, you're here. Am I right?
Yes, teacher. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Adi,
Yes, teacher. Yes, sir.
take
Yes, John.
the first line, the A line. Remember that not all the H's are going to be pronounced. So I want you to try it. I'll correct you if you need it. So in
Okay.
exercise 3, this is a review of last week, but I think
Yes.
it's a little bit more clear than the one we just did. So take line A for us, okay?
Hair, honest, hotel, hours.
Okay. First word, let me hear it one more time.
Hair.
This one would be air. Air.
Okay. Air.
What is air spelled E-I-R with that spelling? What does that mean, class? All of you. What does that mean? That's not the air we breathe. What kind of air is that? Anyone?
Come again? What? Come again? It's you mean what's the meaning of this one?
Of this air.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a royal in the royal context, like a king. Each king has a son, which will be his heir.
His heir, okay? Doesn't have to be only kings and queens, of course, right? It can be anyone. If you pass something down a generation, you're an heir. So this comes from the word heredity. So in the word heredity or inherence, you got the H. But the person receiving the thing, there is no H. Heir. Hotel also. Hotel, second syllable. So try it again, Adi. Air, honest, hotel, and hours. One more time.
Hair, honest,
Wait. Without the H.
air. Yes,
Good.
okay. Air, honest, hotel,
Wait.
hotel hours,
Second syllable.
hotel,
Second syllable. Hotel.
hotel,
Mm.
hotel,
Wait. I want to hear
hotel,
what? Slow down. Wait. I want to hear the long O in hotel, but I want the stress on the second syllable, not the first. So not ah, but O, like goat. Hotel.
hotel,
There you go.
hotel. Okay.
Much better. Much better. Okay. Keep in mind which words have an H and which words don't. Hold on to that thought for a second. We're going to fill out the rules in just a minute. Okay, Monica, take line B for us.
Perhaps, rhyme, Reno, rhythm.
Reno?
I don't know this word.
This comes from rhinoceros.
Okay.
Those people.
Rhino.
Rhino. Okay. Rhino. Rhinoceros. Okay.
Okay.
Were there any
Yes.
words without H's here?
The only one with H is perhaps.
Perhaps. Okay. Rhyme, rhino, rhythm. Okay, fine. Okay, and Milan, let's take line C.
While, when,
Whale, whale,
whale,
there you go.
whale, when, whole, white,
White.
white.
Okay. Was there an H anywhere there?
Whole, just in whole.
Just in whole. Okay. So, this list was designed to help you work out the rules. I think it's a little easier than what we did before. So let's do that. Can you work out the rules? Adi, take the first rule, rule A, for us. Read it and tell me if you can fill it in. What do you think? What do you think is the right answer? I'll put the answers below.
In the word, vowel, in the vowel words,
Say again? Sorry?
in the vowel sounds. I mean,
Take
when.
take this one here, in the very top,
Mhm,
under can you work out the
yeah,
rules? A.
yes, it's usually pronounced at the beginning of words, but it's silent in the words a, o.
In the words, not the letters, but the words. Which words was it
Okay,
silent in?
okay. Air,
That's right. Definitely was silent in air.
honest,
Honest, right?
hours,
Hmm. There was more of a rule. Now that I look at this, it's only the words. But okay, we'll get to the rule.
mhm,
Mulan? No, who was next? Monica, I think you were next for B.
The RH at the
Wait,
beginning of a
the
R
RH, R,
R RH at the
right.
beginning of words is always pronounced without H.
Mm-hmm. R. So not rh, but r. So it's always pronounced without H. Okay? And Mulan, C?
It's usually pronounced the what? Whale, like in whale.
It's usually pronounced w like whale.
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah, yeah, like a W.
Okay. Pronounced w as in whale. As in whale. In the words
Yeah.
beginning with WHO, WH is usually pronounced. WH is usually pronounced. Look, we got two here though. Maybe I missed part of it. So let's do it like this. We've got actually two parts to C, rule C. WH is the beginning word is usually pronounced what? In words beginning with WHO, WH is usually pronounced.
In the
So
first part,
yeah,
W.
the first part W,
Yeah.
okay.
And the second part, hey, as in H.
Okay, now I think I understand. So let's see. W as in wet, let's say. W plus H as in whale. Whale. So you're saying
No. In the second B should be H, as in home.
maybe I misunderstood. Sorry. So in words with WHO, whole, WH, got it. Yes, you're right. Okay, I understand now. Yes. Okay, I think we got it. So, is there a rule that we can work out? Yes, the point is
No.
before an O, that seems to be a silent H, our, honest. Before an O, silent H, sometimes. And then before this particular spelling, this EIR, which I can tell you is just French. So in other words, I'm going to say a foreign spelling, but what I really mean is it's really French. If a word has kept its original French spelling, then probably, or Latin-based spelling, probably it'll be silent. So before before this, it's possible. As an example, foreign spellings, as in before, without the H. B was RH. Perhaps. At the beginning of the word is without H. Okay, so let's make that clear. RH without the H at the beginning, but not if in the middle. Because perhaps in the middle of the word. So it's not silent. Let's make this more clear. RH is silent H at the beginning, but not if in the middle of the word. Okay. And finally, WH is W as in wet at beginning, and H as in home, if WHO. All right. It's not the best set of rules I've ever produced, but it's okay. At least it's something that you can review. Maybe I'll go back and think if there's a more concise way I can say it. But so basically, O's in foreign words, it's silent. RH's, it's silent. WH's, it's silent, unless you have WH can be a W, And in British English, old British English, was a hua with an H. Maybe in some dialects of English it still is. Maybe Irish, they might have a hua with a H sound still, depending on where you're from. So generally it's gone. That's really the point I wanted to say. Generally. Okay, one other thing, just to reflect a little bit on last week. Take the sentence here. I want you to tell me where you hear the, now it's not written, it's just pronounced. You won't actually see it written in letters. But you're looking for a w and a y sound in that sentence. Monica, why don't you take this one for us? Can you read that sentence?
Okay. Harry and I agree you are to inherit the antique hat stand.
Oh wait, here inherit has an H because it's not spelled in the French way with the E-I-R, and it's not beginning the sentence either, so you actually say the H.
Inherit.
Right. So one more time, the whole sentence, once more.
Harry and I agree you are to inherit the antique hat stand.
Sounds pretty good. Henry and I agree. So instead of looking for the H's this time, we're looking for these connecting sounds, the W and the Y sound. The W and the Y. So what do you think? Do you hear a W and a Y? You've got to
No.
look for how the words connect together. What do you think, class? Can you help her out? Is there a W and a Y somewhere?
I think first there's Henry and I.
Good. Okay. So what sound are we putting in there after Henry and I? I think you're in the right. You got the right idea, but be
Henry
explicit.
and I, yeah, agree. Yeah, Henry and
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. So let me see if I can find that sentence in my notes too, just to be sure. Yeah, here we go. So between Henry and, I agree, and sorry, between Henry and, between I and agree. So Monica, we're going to put this y sound between Henry and I agree. So if you can see those underlines, that's where the y sound belongs. Henry Yand, Henry Yand, I, y'agree. Yand, y'agree. If you say it fast, it sounds very natural. If you say it slowly, it sounds strange, of course, because this is what we call connected speech. Connected speech sounds. Okay. We've got another one though. We've got that was the yeah. What about the w sound? Listen to the sentence again and tell me the two places where you hear a w. It's not written, but it will just magically appear. Listen again. Henry and I, agree, if I say it slowly, Henry and I agree, you are to inherit the antique hat stand. Henry and I agree, you are to inherit the antique hat stand. So I'm exaggerating now, but maybe you can hear it more clearly. Okay? Two places where you hear the w sound. Any of you? Who's got it?
I think after I agree, sound.
Between which words? Henry and
between
I agree you are to inherit the antique hat stand.
you agree, we will agree. Henriette. Between I and agree. No?
Between I and agree is definitely a connector sound, but it's the y sound, which
Okay.
I've written here, and I'll put it in red for you. You can see it a little
I
easier.
think it's between two and inherit.
Between
Two
to
inherit.
and inherit
Yeah,
is
two
correct.
inherit.
To inherit is a w sound, and there's one other too. You're right, but there's one more. Listen again. Henry and I agree, if I speak quick, Henry and I agree you are to inherit the antique hat stand. So I'm trying to exaggerate a little bit to make it easier for you. Can you see the other place?
Between you
Yeah?
and
Yeah.
R.
You are, right. You are. Not you are, but you are. Right.
You are.
And, oops. Okay, and I'll put them in a different color so you can really see. Hopefully it's a little easier to see on the screen. There you go. That's it. There is another y sound, which I guess I should add. So let me add. This is all connected speech. So let's put that here. So sounds in connected speech. Agree. And the other one is the antique. The antique. Okay, and that's it. Keep that in mind for a moment. Keep that in mind. Oh, actually, why don't you practice once? Let me just hear you try it. So it's not going to be very pronounced. If you want to slow it down a little bit and exaggerate it the way I did, that's fine too, if you want to try. Okay? Um, so, what do you think, Monica? You were the first. Why don't you take it again from the top? If you want, I can practice once for you, or you can try it on your own. Want to hear it again, or do you want to try it?
I try.
Go try it.
Okay. Harry and I agree you are to inherit the antique hat stand.
Okay? Um, one more time. It was so fast that I missed it. One more time.
Harry and I agree you're to inherit the antique hat stand.
To inherit. To win.
To inherit.
If you say it fast, it'll sound natural. To inherit. To inherit.
To inherit. To inherit.
Inherit. One more time. To inherit.
To inherit.
Okay, just on the hair, you're opening up a little too much because I'm hearing in ha. It sounds like you're a little bit too open. Hair.
To inherit.
Okay. Another thing you can do is put the R on the last syllable. Instead of to inherit, you can put the rit as the last syllable. To inherit, to inherit, to. So you would say it like this: to win hair rit, to inherit, to inherit.
To inherit.
Yeah, it's not bad. And you, Milan, want to try it?
Yeah, the same one.
Uh-huh. Well, for the moment, we just have that.
Okay. Harry and I agree. You are you are
Win,
to inherit
to win, to win.
to inherit
Good.
the antique headstand.
Okay.
Harry and I agree you are to inherit the antique, the antique headstand.
Okay,
The
good.
antique headstand.
And instead of saying the antique, which is okay, you could add a y there. The yan, the ya, the yan, yantique. Yeah,
The
that's it.
antique headstand.
Okay, that's it. Good. Okay, Arif, take it from the top. Last time.
Henry and Henry and I agree you are to in to inherit the antique head stand.
Hmm. Well, if you're going to exaggerate it, do it like this. Henry Yand. Henry Yandai. Say it like that.
Mhm.
Henry Yandai. So maybe what you can do is this. Slow it down and exaggerate it, and
Uh-huh.
then try it fast. Let me show you what I
Okay.
mean.
Okay.
Henry Yandai agree. Try that part.
Henry and I Henry and I agree.
I'm not hearing the y. Henry Yand. Yand.
Henry and I agree.
Good. I heard it that time. Okay. So when you speed it up, it sounds natural. Henry and I agree. When you slow it down, it's Henry and I agree. You are, not you are, but you are. So you are to win Herod. You are to win Herod. Slow it down. Try that part.
You are to inherit
To win Herod. Win.
to inherit. Oh.
That's it. So when you speed it up, it'll sound like this. You are to inherit. Slow it down. You are to win Herod. So I think that's really the trick here.
Mhm.
Slow it down and exaggerate it, and when you feel comfortable, say it naturally, and it'll probably connect much better. Okay? But the main point is, it's not so much the w and the y sound. That's not really the point. The point is, just know how the words connect. That's really the main idea. It doesn't matter if you do it exactly the way it's said here. Um, all right. Let's take a look at prepositions. Okay? So what we're going to do is, we're probably not going to be able to do everything here, but let's at least begin, because we spent a lot of time reviewing, but let's at least begin here. Strong and weak prepositions. Uh, maybe what I ought to do here is just have you read through these first and hear how they sound. I want you to listen, but maybe it's better if I hear you do this actually. So let's each take one of these quickly, okay? So Monica, A, Mulan, B, Adi, C, I'll do D, and Monica, you do E again. And just say it as naturally as you can, okay?
Okay. They're from Spain.
Sounds okay? Mulan?
We spoke to Janet.
Okay, good. Sounds okay? Adi?
Is made of plastic.
Sounds good too. D is she's waiting for Frank. Notice I didn't say she's waiting for Frank. I said she's waiting for. She's waiting for Frank. For Frank. And Monica, C, E, letter E,
He's looking at Andrea.
he's looking at Andrea. Okay, it sounds pretty good with all of you. I can hear that you're not stressing the prepositions. So whether you realize it or not, for example, Adi, you said it's made of, almost with a V, and that's right. It's made of, not it's made of, but made of. Okay, let's try the same with the questions. Let's hear how they sound. Remember, you've got prepositions here. They may sound different. In fact, we're going to complete the rules in a second. Okay? So this time, Milan, you take A, Adi, you take B, I'll take C, Monica, you take D, and Milan, you'll take the last one, E. Okay? Are you ready, Milan?
Okay. Okay. Where are they from?
Say it in a more connected way. Where are they? Where are they?
Where? Okay.
And if you want,
Where are they from?
yeah, okay.
Where
If
are
you
they
want,
from?
it's good. It's good. If you want to add a y, where was it? Where you are? Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's not a y. Where? Yeah, it's not really a y. You're right. Where are they from? Where? It's like saying where together. Where are they from? Okay, keep going. I think Adi, you're next.
Who who did we speak to?
Here, it's not going to be a t. It's actually stressed because it's not a content word. It's not a function word. It's a content word. It's important. Therefore, we're going to stress it more. So one more time, Adi.
Okay. Who did we speak to?
Yeah, it's got to be a two. Okay, Monica?
What is made of?
One more time.
What is made of?
What's it? What's it?
What's it made of?
There you go. That's it. And here it's really of, right? We need to hear it.
Yeah.
So that sounded good. Okay. Mulan, I think you're next.
Okay. Who's she waiting for?
Here you've got to have a z sound. Whose?
Who's she waiting for?
Okay.
Who's she waiting for?
Who's she? Who's she? It's that z and sh together. Sh. Who's she?
Who's she waiting for?
Good. Okay.
I'm trying to like waiting for, right?
That's
It's like
right.
that. The
Exactly.
G is silent.
Yeah, waiting for. It's more of a D sound, waiting. Yeah. You can even say it silently, waiting, but it's more British English or something. It's just soft. Instead of t, it's more of a d, waiting.
Hmm.
And Adi, take the last one for us. Take letter E for us, Adi. Adi! What happened to Adi? Monica, take letter E for us. Adi's sleeping.
Okay. Who's he looking at?
Who's he looking at? Good. And I got the Z sound. So, I've already given you the answers, but let's see if you can fill out the rules. I think I've given them to you. Monica, what do you think about rule A?
When a preposition comes at the end of a question, the pronunciation is
Well, finish it in the best way you can. How would you finish that sentence?
is I don't know, stress or pronounced well. No.
Oh, okay. I see what the confusion is. We have two ways of saying this, okay?
Okay.
So, is it strong or weak? Those are the terms
Okay.
we use. And
Is
weak,
stronger.
yeah, strong. Okay, good. So, when a preposition comes, it's strong. When it comes at the end, it's strong. So, Mulan, the second rule is pretty easy, right? Try B for us.
When a preposition comes in the middle of a sentence, the pronunciation is usually omitted or
Well, two
weak.
choices. Yeah,
Okay. Sorry,
right.
weak in fast speech.
Exactly. So that's what we practice. Speak to is strong, but to Janet, it's just tapping the T sound to Janet. Okay? So I have a few other things to practice there, but maybe what we ought to do is jump down to exercise 2. Let's jump down to exercise 2 and listen to how it sounds in connected speech. You hear, someone says to you, and you hear, what's it made of? You say, it's made of china. China meaning porcelain. So made of is strong in you hear. Made of is weak in you say, because made of. And you can see those IPA symbols. The upside down E in the International Phonetic Alphabet is pronounced almost in your throat. Uh. Very, very short, quick sound. Made of. And it's with a V sound, not an F. Keep that in mind. So we're going to practice. Let's see if we have time. Yeah, we can do a little bit of this. Let's practice a few of these. We're going to practice one person saying the question, one person answering the question. Imagine you're in the duty-free shop at the airport, and you're asking the salesperson about things that you might want to buy. So we have A, China, and leather, right? A, B, and C. Oh, this is a little confusing, maybe. Hang on a second. Sorry. Okay, my notes aren't that clear either. Okay, I think we're going to try. I think we've got 3 different questions here, if I'm not mistaken. So let's do the first one together. If I say, hang on a second, maybe this is a bit confusing. We're going to run out of time before I even have a chance to do it. 1 second here. Maybe I made a little mistake in the notes. Oh, right. Okay, I see.
I think the first one is about asking what's made of, and the second one where it come from. So we'll practice of in the first one, and in the second one we'll practice from, and in the third one we will practice in the C.
Third one what?
We will practice in.
Yeah.
Like in the first one, the question will be what's it made of, and the second one, where is it came from?
Where does it come from?
Where does it come from? Yeah, and the third one, I guess it's about in, like where are you keeping the perfume in?
Okay. Yeah, the problem here is that. Sorry, the problem here is that I left out something. This is a listening, and I left out. I can't play the recordings, but I don't have the transcript either. So that's what the confusion is. I just realized. But that's all right. We can try. We can do it your way. It sounds okay. Okay. So let's try this. I'll ask a question. Mulan, you answer. Mulan, you ask the next question. Monica, you answer, and so on. We'll just kind of go in a circle. All right, so down A, B, and then C. We'll try it like that. So you're going to have to just pick. You're just going to have to pick from the columns. You know what? Let's do this, guys. Let me get the recording for you, because this is going to be too confusing. Let me get the recording for you and send it to you as a homework. And the answers will be here. I think it's a better way to do it. It's going to be too confusing if we do it in class. So let's do that. I'll get the recording for you. I'll post it for you. You'll use that and the information on this page to do a little homework. And then in the next class, we'll finish up with prepositions, strong and weak prepositions. And I'll move on to another thing we're going to try after prepositions. So prepositions are connected speech, and then we're going to move on to intonation, specifically with exclamations. And we'll finish up the unit by putting those together into one big activity. Usually we work with a monologue. Okay, so let's do it like that. I'll send that to you.
Okay.
I'll try my best to send it to you later today. If for any reason I forget, send me a message. Because
Okay.
my first day, I'm tired. I've been working, even Christmas I was working, so I've got a lot to do today. If I forget, just send me a message and I'll send it to you later today. Let's stop here. I'll start the business class in 1 minute. we'll be working on business skills in our unit on change coming up in just a minute. Bye for now, everyone. See you soon.
Bye
Bye
bye.
for now.
See you.